students, today we are going to start with chapter number 4.3, the red-headed leak. Now what is red-headed leak? It's a short story. It's one of the short story from 56 Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes is a detective. It's a fictional character. It's an imaginary character. This short story, Red-Headed League, is written by Scottish writer Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. But Conan Doyle repeatedly said that Holmes was inspired by a real-life figure of Joseph Bell. So this is a short story by writer in which Sherlock Holmes takes the case of a small businessman owner named Wilson tells Sherlock Holmes how a man named Spaulding convinced him to take a job with the Red-Headed League. Now this is a story which is written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and so here are two parts of the story. So we'll be studying about the first part. Now part 1 about Wilson's story. When I called upon my friend Mr. Sherlock Holmes. So Sherlock Holmes is a friend of Mr. Wilson. He was conversing with a visitor who was an elderly man with fiery red hair. So when I called upon my friend Mr. Sherlock Holmes, he was having a conversation with a visitor whose name is Fairy Red Hair. And do remember that Sherlock Holmes, he is a detective and he is a fictional character, imaginary character. So Holmes introduced me to the visitor, Mr. Jabez Wilson. So who's Wilson? Jabez Wilson. He was a pawnbroker. Now what is pawnbroker? A person who lends money at interest when valuable things are kept with him till the loan is repaid. We keep things to a particular person and we give interest to that person. It can be a bank. It could be a bank. So here what is pawnbroker? A person who lends money, who gives money at interest when valuable things are kept with him till the loan is repaid. So we take loan from that particular person and we have to keep our things. Even we keep things in jewelry shops too, and we'll have to pay the loan, and until and unless if you will not pay the loan, the thing will not gonna get you back. So here's a Wilson's job is a pawnbroker. Holmes asked him to repeat his story for me. He began by showing us an advertisement in a newspaper. It reads as follows. This story is written in 1819 or somehow 18 or 19th century story it is. So to the Red-Headed League, there is a vacancy for a member. There is a vacancy for a member of the league, and the salary is £4 a week for nominal service. Red-headed men may apply in person or money at 11 o'clock in Duncan Road at the office of the league, 7 Fleet Street. So these is just in America, or if you go in any part of the country, foreign country especially, this only 2 or 3 line address is there. So okay, so what is Red-Headed League? Is a short story and it is something a foundation. Some person must have founded this league, and there is a vacancy. They must be wanting some person. There is a vacancy for the member. Means we have vacancy for membership of a club, even for library clubs. So there is a vacancy for a member of the league. So if you want to be the member of the league, there is a vacancy and you have to work there, and there is a salary which is of £4 a week. Per week you will be getting a salary of £4. And red-headed men may apply in person on Monday. So Monday you'll have to come and apply. The timing is 11 o'clock. The address is to Duncan Road at the office of the league, 7 Fleet Street. Whenever we need a job, we see vacancies most probably in newspaper, and then we come to go to that particular place and we apply. So same the situation here is. There's a article which has come in newspaper. The advertisement had appeared in newspaper 2 months ago. So before 2 months ago, the advertisement had appeared. So Mr. Wilson's assistant, Vincent Spalding. So Mr. Wilson, who is the assistant of Mr. Wilson, Vincent Spalding, had shown it to him. So see, both are sitting, and Spalding, his assistant of Wilson, has reading the news. He is reading the newspaper. He's showing that there is a red-headed league and there is a vacancy for the member of the league, and he is showing it to his boss. So Mr. Wilson liked his assistant Spalding. He was smart, efficient, and worked for only half the normal wages. So assistant, Mr. Wilson assistant is Vincent Spalding. He is working with Mr. Wilson. He is assistant. So Mr. Wilson used to like him because he is working. He was a smart, efficient, and is working only for half the nominal wage. Only half money or half salaries for working with Mr. Wilson. He is assistant. And why Mr. Wilson used to like him? Because he was very smart and efficient. But the assistant also had his fault. Assistants also had his fault. He has his own faults. Every now and then he left work and went down into the cellar and to develop photographs. Photographs was his hobby. So Wilson's assistant, Vincent Spalding, he is working with Mr. Wilson. He is assistant, but every now and then he used to go in the cellar, leaving his work behind, and he used to develop the photograph because he was having that hobby. So he may be working with Mr. Wilson's in his office, but having a hobby of photograph, he used to left his work and he used to go. So that's why Mr. Wilson must have not liked that thing. The Spalding showed the advertisement to Mr. Wilson, and explained to him that an American millionaire, Mr. Hezekiah Hopkins. So who is the name of the American millionaire? Hezekiah Hopkins is an American millionaire. He was telling to Mr. Wilson, Spalding was telling to Mr. Wilson that Mr. Hezekiah Hopkins had founded the famous Red-Headed League. So who is the founder of the Red-Headed League? Mr. Hezekiah Hopkins. To help all redheads like him. So like the one who is having the red or fiery hair. So that's why the Red-Headed League must have founded. Mr. Hezekiah Hopkins has founded this, and all these things has been explained by Mr. Spalding to Mr. Wilson. Spalding urged Mr. Wilson to apply for the job. So here the assistant of Mr. Wilson was telling Mr. Wilson, Spalding is telling Mr. Wilson that this is the best job you will ever get, which is known as Red-Headed League, and please do apply there. It's a nice job. So the two of them went to the address given in the advertisement. So like first Spalding has shown the newspaper advertisement to Mr. Wilson, and Wilson has convinced. He get convinced, and he decided to go with Spalding, who was his assistant. Then he told that Red-Headed League was founded by Mr. Hezekiah Hopkins. So he is giving jobs to those who have red fairy head. So Fleet Street was full of red-headed people. So the street was full of red-headed people, and Mr. Wilson thought that with so much competition he will not get the job. Yes, of course, there is so much of competition that he thought that he will not at all get the job. He wanted to go back, but Spalding pushed through the crowd. Wilson wanted to go back, but Spalding pushed him through the crowd and took Mr. Wilson to the office. So there was a crowd, and Mr. Wilson was not at all interested, but still Spalding managed, and he pushed him through the crowd and took Mr. Wilson to the office. To whose office? Mr. Hezekiah Hopkins' office, to Red-Headed League. There was nothing in the office but a couple of chairs and a table. There was nothing in the office but a couple of chairs and table. A red-headed man sat behind the table. He was Mr. Duncan Rose, a representative of the Red-Headed League. The founder is Mr. Ezekiel Hopkins and the representative is Mr. Duncan Rose, as a representative of the Red-Headed League. So there was nothing in the office but we can see as a chairs and a table. He was very pleased to see Mr. Wilson. He was very happy to see Mr. Wilson, who Mr. Duncan Rose, and announced immediately that he was well suited for the job. Suddenly, he had seen this Mr. Wilson. Mr. Duncan Rose has seen Mr. Wilson, and he immediately announced that he is the best person for the job. He shook hands with Mr. Wilson, congratulated him, and told all other candidates to go back. So, there's something fishy here that he has seen. Mr. Wilson just once. He's not even took his interview, and he just announced that he is the best person for the job, suited person for the job, and he told everybody to go back. He shook his hand with Mr. Wilson and congratulated him, and told all other candidates, those who had come for the interview, he told them please go back because he got a man, Mr. Wilson, who was well suited for the job. So there's something fishy. Mr. Duncan Rose explained that Mr. Wilson would have to be in the office from 10 to 5. So was the office timing 10 to 5. So Mr. Duncan Rose explained that Mr. Wilson would have to be in office. So who's the representative who's explaining to Mr. Wilson that you'll have to do the job from morning 10 to evening 5. If he left the office, he will lose the job, and if he will leave Mr. Wilson, if he leave the office, Mr. Wilson will lose the job. Spalding assured Mr. Wilson that he would look after Mr. Wilson's business. So Spalding, who was the assistant of Mr. Wilson, he told Mr. Duncan Rose that do not worry. He is giving assurance on behalf of Mr. Wilson, but he too is present with him, but still he is giving an assurance. Spalding is giving an assurance that he will do the job. Okay, so Spalding assured Mr. Wilson that he will look after Mr. Wilson's business in his absence. So he said that Spalding says that I will look Mr. Wilson's business, and Mr. Wilson will look whose business? Duncan Rose's job. Okay, the pay was fixed at £4 a week. The pay was already fixed. It was £4 a week, which we have already read in newspaper. And the work said Mr. Wilson said that what's the work? You have to copy out the Encyclopedia Britannica. The pay was very good and the work was light. Means you just have to copy the encyclopedia. The pay is good and the work is light. Means not that hard. Work is not that hard. Mr. Wilson accepted the job and began his work the very next day. So Mr. Wilson thought that the pay is good, the job is not that hard, why not to try? So he accepted his job, Mr. Duncan Rose's job, that is of Red-Headed League. He has become the member of Red-Headed League and he accepted the job. Mr. Wilson accepted the job and began his work. The very next day Mr. Duncan Rose was there in the office. So he was there in the office to see that Mr. Wilson did his work properly and did not leave the office. So Mr. Duncan was a representative of the Red-Headed League. He used to come to the office and used to watch what Mr. Wilson is doing. Is he leaving the job? Is he leaving the work, or is doing his work properly or not? He used to keep in a watch, an eye. He told Mr. Wilson to start with the letter A. Mr. Wilson wrote diligently for 4 hours. He is starting with the letter A. So for 4 hours he is writing without leaving his place. So without leaving his place for 4 hours he is writing. He started copying down the encyclopedia, which was the job actually. Mr. Wilson wrote diligently for 4 hours without leaving his place. Mr. Rose would drop his from time to time to see that all was right with Mr. Wilson. So he used to come to the place what Mr. Wilson is doing and used to see. So at 2 o'clock he bade Mr. Wilson good day and locked the door of the office. So at 2 o'clock he locked the door of the office, and Mr. Wilson was sitting there and he was working there. And Mr. Duncan rose, he locked the door of the office, he saw that what exactly is doing, he locked the door of the office and he went. So this story, first part had just had talked about how Mr. Wilson Spalding, Mr. Duncan Rose, and the founder of the Red-Headed League, Mr. Isaiah Hopkins. These are the characters, and there are way more characters in the story. So how the story has took place. This is a short story, and how the story has took place. So in next class we are going to learn more about the story. It's an interesting story. It has suspense, it has thriller, suspense, and action. And the hero of the story is none other than Sherlock Holmes, who is a detective. Okay, so next class we'll start with the next part. Thank you.